Impact segment tonight, as we just told you, there's a massive distortion of the proposed Republican Medicare plan, and there's no question that President Obama and Democrats are going to try to frighten senior citizens into voting for them. With us now, Sally Kohn, founder of the liberal group Movement Vision Lab. So, come on. This is such blatant propaganda. You know this. This was beyond liberal, conservative, or Republican, Democrat. They throw the old lady off the cliff, just like they say the Republicans would throw senior citizens. And everybody knows that all senior citizens 55 and over right now aren't going to be affected by this at all.
Well, I mean, look, so if there had been a disclaimer that said the woman in this ad is actually 54, it would have been better. I mean, I got some good news for you. No actual senior citizens were harmed in the making of this ad. But the truth is that a lot of people, millions of people, are going to be harmed if the Republicans pass this budget.
You know what? They should use some teenager then. If they throw the teenager off the cliff.
Or toddlers. Yeah,
then I don't have a problem with that.
Kids,
because at least you're saying, in 30 years, you're going to get
off
hurt.
The cliff.
Right, okay.
Well, all right,
but
so message
Granny
to
over
political
there, all right, who's now in the Bay, she's not going to get hurt. So this is a distortion, and it shouldn't be happening.
No, it's not a distortion.
It's
an exaggeration, but it's also an exaggeration that happens to be true. Unlike, for instance, something like death panels, which is an exaggeration that's also a lie. This is a silly ad.
Why can't you guys, and when I say you guys, I mean liberal Democrats, why don't you debate it on its merits? Why do you use the scare tactics? Because the scare tactics is definitely being used. A lot of people don't watch The Factor who are older, and they don't, they're going to take my Medicare away. Why don't you just debate it on the merits of it?
I mean, so let's debate it on the merits. Look, it's a silly ad. I'm not going to defend the silly ad.
No, I don't care about the ad, but it's the general thing. President Obama himself has gone out on the stump and said if you're older, you're going to get hurt by this plan. That's not true.
If you're 54 or younger, you are going to get hurt by this plan. So I don't know. When I was 12, that seemed old to me. We're drawing a false line without distinction.
So you have no problem with the propaganda value?
I'm saying it's an exaggeration. It's a silly ad. It's meant to get people's attention, to draw their attention to what is a serious issue, the fact that people, including current seniors and future seniors, are going to be harmed by the Republicans dismantling Medicare.
Why aren't you as angry as I am about misleading political ads from all sides?
I am.
Then you should be condemning this dopey
look, this is a clever way of getting attention.
It's clever, it's funny,
look,
it's misleading.
Bill, we know that Republicans, when Obama was trying to pass health care reform, were talking about pulling the plug on Granny. And again, things like death panels, which was called the #1 political lie last year. That was an actual lie. This is just an attempt to get people's attention about a serious issue.
Okay, but you're justifying bad behavior by pointing to other bad behavior. The death panel thing never got any currency on this program.
No,
we
and
always
I
knew
thank
it was
you for that.
like that.
That's...
But if your argument is strong that Medicare is necessary for anybody 54 and lower in this country, okay, debate it on that merit. Debate it there. Don't try to scare Granny, and that's what the president, the Democratic Party, are doing.
But look, we're having this conversation now because of that ad. I mean, this is how, unfortunately, in our reality television world, this is how you get attention for otherwise sleepy issues like Medicare. I mean,
sleazy.
Geez, come on.
It's a sleazy thing to do.
But,
all right, now, I say that all the entitlements are going to have to be adjusted. All right, and if you have an option to go private, that is a good thing. And you say, no, you need those big entitlements, we got to run up the score, right?
I mean, Bill, there's a logic operating here that I can't understand why anyone's following it, which is, well, something bad might happen to Medicare down the road. And so in order to protect you, we're going to make sure and do something bad to it right now. I mean, it's solvent
But I don't think that's the argument that's being
2024.
put forth by Ryan, the architect of this. The argument is something bad has already happened. We owe $14 trillion, and if we continue, the country will be bankrupt.
Yes, but Medicare is solvent until 2024. Let's be clear. Solvent, and what we're going to do is we're going to make seniors, future seniors, pay twice as much for their Medicare, and meanwhile give handouts to insurance companies. The only thing healthier are going to be insurance company bank accounts.
But Ryan's legislation doesn't kick in until Medicare becomes insolvent.
Until 2022, but still, it
Right.
kicks in
Right.
by making seniors pay more and giving big handouts to insurance companies.
All right, Ms. Kohn, thanks for your point of view. We appreciate it. Plenty more ahead as the factor moves along this evening. Do you want to know when you're going to die? New medical science has developed a test that may tell you. And then a country still talking about the Schwarzenegger scandal. Why are so many politicians destroying their families?